A lot of news from Starbucks earlier this hour. The shares are down nearly 3%. The company issued weak third quarter same-store sales guidance amid a host of other announcements. Mad Money's Jim Cramer tweeting he thinks Starbucks shares should be even lower after the 1% comp they just told us they're going to hit in the third quarter. We got Jim. Jim, thank you. I know you're supposed to be doing your show. We're dragging you out.
I always have time for you because I love your show.
We saw the tweet, and this is extraordinary, right? I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, when you're looking for 3% comp store growth, which is still below McDonald's, then you can possibly justify this superior price-to-earnings multiple that Starbucks has always had. When you ratchet it down to 1%, you say to yourself, okay, there are 13 buys on the stock right now. Most of those buys did believe in the 2.9% comp store growth. If you think anyone's going to upgrade it on this, you're nuts. If you think that people are going to downgrade it, you're probably going to be right. This stock sells at a very high multiple. Now, I know Dunkin' Brands hit a 52-week high today, and its comp store sales are worse than Starbucks. But I thought this was a growth company, Kelly, and I want a growth company.
Yeah, I don't. So the thing is, amid all these announcements, Jim, they just gave us, they said, look, we're going to close 150 stores. It's going to be slower store growth in the U.S. in 2019. We're going to do a 20% dividend hike. We're going to return $25 billion to shareholders. Listen, I could see a universe in which the investors go, great. Do they all really think Starbucks was somehow still going to be a growth story? Aren't they, in a way, clearing the air?
Well, yes. Are they admitting what a lot of us knew? I think so. But at the same time, I mean, we always hope that a company isn't going to run out of room that has been telling us that there's still a long runway. And I feel like Starbucks, I know that it's a very prickly situation, but credibility needs to be rebuilt here because you can't have these declines in same-store sales done mid-quarter where suddenly out of nowhere, one is not great. And on top of the fact that who knows what's going to happen in China. Now, we can say they've got the greatest relationship of any American company in China, which they do.
Exactly.
But who knows what's going to happen? I mean, we've got a whole different kind of dynamic with our president right now.
Well, that's what we were saying earlier. So if you were China and you really wanted to, inflict some, but maybe, like we said, they don't want to hurt their own consumers who want the Starbucks. But, Jim, so we know Howard Schultz now stepping down from the company. That was just announced. Is this the right way? I mean, is this kind of the GE thing where people say the new people need to get in there and just kind of say, no, we're not?
Don't ever.
Howard,
you can't ever use GE in the same sentence of anything other than perhaps a T-Rex. Okay, that's a direct dinosaur reference because it's a bit of a dinosaur. No, Starbucks is just a situation where maybe the love affair with coffee may not be so great. You have Dunkin' Donuts with a negative comp. You have these guys not doing that well. The McDonald's coffee's doing well. But what you really have here, Kelly, is a stock that probably should sell at 18, 19 times earnings. I mean, go to its 52-week low. And there's no reason to think that that's a disgrace. It's just that, sometimes businesses slow down. McDonald's slowed down before Easterbrook came in. And do I have a man crush on Easterbrook? As some people said, I happen to think that Easterbrook's very good at his job. I think Kevin Johnson's got his work cut out. But it's more than technology. And I think there's got to be a sense that maybe there's more here than just a coffee shop.
Yeah, and so that's what I wonder. So is it peak coffee shop in the U.S.? And what does Starbucks, if they want to be growthy again, how do you do that? You can't, turn back time.
No, look, that's when I heard the closing of the stores, Kelly. That's the first thing I thought of was that we have reached a peak, that there's too many stump towns and there's too many blue whatevers and there's too many boutique coffees. And, look, it does happen. I mean, think about it like this. Do you know that when I was growing up, gin companies would do millions of cases of gin, and now they don't even exist. I mean, who knows what can happen with the American public? But the American public seems to have decided, you know what? Maybe we've got all the coffee we need. And that's why China keeps being emphasized. But, suddenly you wake up in China and there's an article which says that the PRC says, you know what, we're not happy with Starbucks. Now, could that happen? Anything can happen. We are in a different time.
Yeah,
I think we're in a different time. I mean, we're sitting here worried about this. The government say we don't want you buying Apple phones anymore. So why would we want them to buy a triple venti cappuccino with skim wet? I mean, it's very easy. So those who are just buying Starbucks saying this is the bottom, what I'd like to see is the end of the trajectory down. And any sign that that's the case, I'm not owning it for a dividend. If I want something for a dividend, I can go on Verizon. But don't mention, remember, just a second.
Now you've mentioned GE.
Sorry,
I know.
the Jurassic era there.
You're the one who said it's going the way of the gin and tonic. But
well, gin came back, but only in a boutique form. 2 million cases of Gordon's in the old. 2 million. Gordon. Hey, remember Cuddy Sark? How about J&B? Remember the Browns?
No.
Anything can happen.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.